Good afternoon, football fans, and welcome to Tim Hortons Field in beautiful Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Today we have an exhibition match against the Tenacity Trojans and your OFL Ontario All-Stars. My name is Ron Forwarda. I'm going to be calling the game for us today. Just to give you a little bit of heads up for our American fans who are joining us today, we thank you very much for joining us. A few things about the CFL game or on the CFL field. It is a 110-yard field. It is 15-yard end zone, and it's a little bit wider. Tennessee's in white. Ontario is in all grays, and here we go. Tennessee with the ball. Full house formation. Two fullbacks, quarterback under center. Handoff deep into the tail. It's met after a gain of about 1 yard. Good pressure there by the Ontario team, led by number 20 on the tackle there. That is Nathan Summers out of London on the tackle. I believe it was number 4, Mark Gray, on the carry. I'll check that one in a second. A gain of 1 brings up a second down here. So we're going to see a little bit of a hybrid game here today. Mixture of the NFL and the CFL game. 12 men on the field. And here we go. Tennessee under center. Little toss play over to the near side of the field towards the stadium. And again, number 10 on the carry after a gain of about 3 or 4 yards. You can hear we've got a really boisterous crowd here. That's number 10 on the carry for Tennessee for the Trojans, and that is Whitaker, Darian Whitaker on the carry. So that brings up a third down and about 6. You're not going to see many special teams here today. I believe that was the agreed upon stat or a thing that we're going to see. So we're not going to see any kickoffs or kick returns. I'm not even sure if we're going to see punts. Extra points, I believe we're going to be lining up for that. So here we go. First big play. Oh, referees have called for a quick whistle there. I believe we're going to make an adjustment on somebody's equipment.
What did they do?
Not sure what the call is there, why he's coming off. Not sure if he had a mouth guard issued or what's going on. But here we go. So the Trojans again in white, going back in the huddle. Ball is on the right hash. Tennessee is traveling from the left side of the field up to the north. Ontario is defending in the all gray jerseys. The Ontario All-Stars is a mixture of teams from all different parts of the province. We're really glad to have Coach DeSanto from London as the head coach there. And here we go. This time the Trojans line up. They've got 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. Pistol formation, 1 running back, and a little bit of slot sweep action, little jet sweep action to the wide side of the field. And here we go. Number 10 gets to the outside. He's got a little bit of running room. Caught down from behind by number 17 for Ontario. That is Bowman, but not before. It's a gain of about 20 yards, and it's first down again for the Trojans. Good little jet sweep action coming from the near side of the field from the right to the left. Gets to the edge, and there's one of the things, the big advantage that the Americans have. Quite a quick team. The Ontario team looks to be a little bit bigger size-wise for some of their kids, but the book on the Trojan team is they had a lot of speed at a lot of different positions. So here we go. Again, that was Whitaker on the carry on that jet sweep action. And here we go again. 2 fullbacks. Whitaker dotted way back in the full house formation. 1 receiver to the top of the field. Quarterback under center. This time it's an inside dive play. Number 27, I believe it was, for the Trojans. And that is Brian Collins. Plows ahead for a gain of about 4 yards. It's going to bring up a second down. Quarterback for the Trojans is Jamal Morris, number 3. He's talking over to his coach right now, getting the signal from him. So good ball movement so far. No real hiccups at all for the Americans playing the 12-man football on the wider field. And here we go. Morris has gone back into the huddle, calling out his signals to the huddle. Trojans break the huddle. We've got a 2nd down and 6. Ball is on the Ontario 451-yard line. And again, offset power formation. This time it's a quarterback keeper, and he's met in the backfield right away. Spins away, and he's got a little bit of room over the left edge. He's got a couple blockers in front of him. Big block out on the edge there. I missed the number of who that was that blocking him. I believe it was number 27 for the Trojans. That was Brian Collins out there lead blocking. But again, not before it was another big gain, and it brings up another 1st down for the Trojans. Ball's on the 30-yard line of the Ontario All-Stars going in. Big run there. That time it looked like it was a play design to go over to the left, and the Ontario team had that pretty much covered up real quick. Then all of a sudden, quarterback just changed his direction, went the other way, and Ontario lost its backside contain and big gainer. So good composure shown there by the Trojans. First and 10 Trojans, 1 receiver to the bottom of the field here. Power formation, handoff inside Collins. Gain of about 5 yards just on the straight dive play. A little bit of a B-gap run there off tackle. Collins with a good run. Good push by the offensive line there by the Trojans. Brings up a 2nd down and about 5.
Let's go, D!
Hey, don't tackle on your heel!
So 2nd down and 5 for the Trojans. Double tight formation, 2 fullbacks offset, 1 tail, 1 receiver, and again this time quarterback's gone back to pass. It's intended to number 4. It's caught on the 10-yard line, brings it in for the Tennessee Trojans touchdown. Number 10, Damon Whitaker, or excuse me, that's number 4, Mark Gray on the reception. Great throw there by the quarterback, and again, good touchdown for the Trojans. Ball's going to be placed on the 5-yard line, lining up for the extra point. Trojans appear to be going for 2 here as Morris goes back in the huddle. That was a nice 30-yard completion downfield by Morris to Johnson. And here we go. Johnson again is lined up as the only receiver over to the near side of the field. Full house formation set. Quarterback is again rolling out to his right-hand side. He's in chase this time. Throws it upfield. It was intended for number 1. Carrion Smith was the intended receiver coming out of the tight end position. It falls incomplete. So the Trojans lead the OFL All-Stars 6-0. And here we go. The ball's going to be placed on the 35-yard line. Let's see what the OFL All-Stars can do. Led by number 12, quarterback Jed Trishop out of London.
Why are we playing hesitant? What is the play hesitant about? These boys eat the same food. They drink the same water. Do you understand?
And here we go. Ontario in the pistol formation. Little thin right action. Again, traveling from the right to the left. Formation. Handoff inside. Keyshawn Manning on the carry. Held to about a gain about 1 yard on there. Brings up a 2nd down. Just a little zone right play there for Manning. So for the Ontario team, there's a lot of kids from different sites. We've got kids from Cambridge, we've got kids from London, Vaughan, Clarington. We're just really proud to have all these kids here representing this Ontario All-Star team. And here we go, 2nd down and 9. Pistol formation, little offset eye. And here we go, 2 receivers to each side of the field here. Little motion, trips to the right, boundary. Play action pass, Triship just falls incomplete over on the left-hand side. That was Siglianis was the intended receiver there. Just on the flats play, falls incomplete, brings up a 3rd down.
Let's go, line!
And here we go. 2 receivers each side of the field. Ace formation here. Triship back to pass. Met by a pass rush, and he's brought down by big number 76, Corey Reynolds, right up the middle there. Sack of about 6 yards. That's going to bring up a 4th down for the Ontario All-Stars. So what we're seeing here is we're seeing the ball marked off. I believe it's going to be 30 yards. Yep, 30 yards it's going to be marked off in lieu of the punt. And the Trojans are going to have the ball on the Ontario 51-yard line.
Let's go, D!
1st and 10 Trojans. Trojans break the huddle. 2 receivers to the wide side of the field. Going with the trips look now. Okay, pistol formation. 1 receiver to the other side of the field as well. And here we go, jet sweep action. Handoff to number 2 on the jet sweep, and he's got the edge. Makes another guy miss. Brought down all the way down about the 29-yard line. That's number 2, Stevenson, on the jet sweep. Tackle made by, I believe it was, just looking for the number here.
Hey, we need more Steary and Miller. Let's go wide.
I believe it was number 17, Bauman, who was the safety out of the Toronto Jets organization, who came up and made the saving tackle on that. That's twice they've gone to that trips look and run just a straight jet sweep action.
Let's
and
go,
we'll see
D!
if the Ontario team can pick up on that. So here we go. It's 1st and 10. Ball's in the 30-yard line of Ontario. Trojans with the ball. And here we go. Same trips look. Wouldn't be surprised to see them throw it at this particular time. And here we go. Little jet sweep action to this side. Handoff inside, handoff. He's met right away at the line of scrimmage by the Ontario All-Stars, led by I believe it was number 10, which I don't have a number 10 on this roster. Number 40, Jackson Lucia, made the tackle there. Good play by him. Brings up, after a short game, brings up about 2nd down and 9.5 yards to go for the Trojans. So this time the Trojans are in their double type formation. Little jet sweep action coming up. Fake it, and it's passed deep in the field. Falls incomplete, intended for Mark Gray, just over the outstretched hands. Good pass there, and it brings up a 3rd down and about 9 to go here for the Trojans. Just a straight fly pass there, using the speed that the Trojans seem to have the advantage of so far in this game, trying to get the ball vertical on there. Good throw, just a little over his outstretched hands, brings up a 3rd down, and here we go. We've got Morris going back into the huddle there, calling the signals. Trojans break the huddle. 3 receivers to the near side of the field, 1 to the top of the field to the wide side. Offset pistol formation, and here we go. Little jet sweep action coming. This time it's handed off and it's a reverse. It's a reverse off the jet sweep. The Ontario All-Stars had him there, couldn't wrap him up. This is number 10 on the carry. Number 10, oh, breaks the tackle on the 25-yard line, then rumbles all the way in on the jet sweep reverse. That was number 10, Darian Whitaker on the touchdown. Whitaker broke a couple tackles, about 3 or 4 tackles, about the 15, 20-yard line, brought it all the way in. He would have been short of the first down. Great speed and everything. And that is now, it is 12 for the Trojans, no score for the Ontario All-Stars as we're bringing up the extra point with 1 minute and 14 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Trojans in the huddle, break the huddle, and again the extra point tries will be happening from the 5-yard line. 1 receiver to each side of the field, ace formation, double tight end look for the Trojans here. Morris under center. Back to pass, throws it off to the left-hand side, it falls incomplete, intended for Mark Gray. And again, with 1 minute, 14 seconds left to go in the first quarter, the Trojans do lead 12. The Ontario All-Stars no score. Ball will be placed on the 30-yard line. First down, Ontario. And here we go, Ontario with the second time with the ball here. Late substitution coming in for the Trojans. Troopish in the fist formation, middle of the field, and here we go, barking up the signals. We got a flag out there. Toss play over outside to T-Shot. Breaks outside, he's got a long way to go. He's at the 30, he's at the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown! Ontario All-Star! That is a big game. There is a flag on the play. I believe that we have 13 men on the field for the Trojans. There was a late substitution. We're just double checking the flag. But that is a 70-yard run. And the touchdown is going to count. No flag. Touchdown is good. Big run by the running back, number 1 for the Ontario All-Stars. Take it over to just a straight pitch play over to the right side. Got to the edge, and he was gone. Made the first man miss. Big play there for the All-Stars. With 37 seconds left, let's see if the All-Stars can get back in within 1 score here. It is 12-6. For Ontario. Check that for the Trojans. And we got a late whistle there. Just telling the Tennessee team to back up a little bit. So here we go. The Ontario team is lining up for a traditional extra point. Triship is going to be the kicker. Ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good. The flags are on the play. We'll double check the flags. We have legal substitution for the Trojans. Penalty was declined. They will take it on the kick. but Siliganis with a 70-yard run, and that brings the score. Trojans 12, Ontario All-Stars 8 with 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Big run. That was what the All-Stars, Ontario All-Stars needed, was a shot in the arm, because the play has really been being carried by the Trojans so far in this game. Let's see what we can come up. Ball is placed on the 30-yard line. First down, Trojans. Fans, I want to thank you for joining us on this beautiful Saturday afternoon here from fantastic Tim Hortons Field, home of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. And again, welcome to all the Trojan fans who are joining us on stream. Whistles on the play here. Oh, just somebody was missing the mouth guard. And here we go. Morris is under center. Inside handoff. Straight ahead dive to number 27. And he's off to the races. This is going to be a 70-yard run for him. He's caught by the safety all the way downfield. Way to stay with it. Number 17, Bowman out of Toronto, takes him down. And unfortunately, the running back on that, number 27, Collins, is a little shaken up coming off that play. Brought it all the way down to the 32-yard line. First down, Trojans. Good to see Collins coming off with a little bit of help from his trainer and his coach there. I think he should be fine. He's walking off just a little gimpy on that. Big run by Collins there, brought it all the way down to the 31-yard line. First down, Trojans.
On your spot. Stay in your zone. You got to fill that.
And here we go. Trojans break the huddle. One receiver to the top of the field. Two running backs offset to the left. One tailback. Inside handoff to number 10. Takes it over the left edge. Gain of about 6 yards. Brings up a second down. Number 10, Darian Whitaker, again with the carry. And that is the end of the first quarter. The Trojans lead the OFL All-Stars 12-8, when it's been actually a very exciting game so far today. We're just going to take a quick break as we're switching the ends, turn the mic off, listen to some of the signs of the stadium.
I'll be passed out sleeping somewhere up there.
And welcome back, fans, as we start the second quarter. Trojans with the ball, all white, black helmets. Ontario All-Stars in the gray with black pants, and here we go. On the 25-yard line, full house formation, one receiver to the top of the field, inside handoff over the left edge there, handoff to number 2, brings it all the way down to the 9 yards, first down. That's Jamar Stevenson on the carry, and just a little cross action there, off tackle on the left-hand side. Big gainer again, first and goal for the Trojans. Ball's on the left hash, 9-yard line, first and goal. Morris under center, full house set, one receiver to the top of the field. Fake, little play action pass. Good job avoiding the rush, flags on the play. Ball flies incomplete, intended for number 4, Mark Gray, but there are flags on the play. Looks like we're gonna have a holding call, unnecessary roughness. Crackback block against the Trojans, and we do have a Ontario player down on that. So the ball will be going back. We're going to replay first down here on the ref play call. It's going to go back 15 yards and bring up a first down repeated.
Endzone sports.
Correction, it is a 15-yard penalty, so the ball is going to be placed at the 24-yard line. It's first and goal on the 24-yard line for the Trojans. Noah Miller, the linebacker out of London, coming off under his own power. I think he's just landed a little bit funny, got the wind knocked out of him. Good to see him walking under his own power. He'll be out for a couple plays and I'm sure be back in. So here we go. Trojans break the huddle as we're just waiting for the injured player to come completely off the field.
Driving back, defense.
And here we go. We've got 3 receivers to the wide side of the field, 1 receiver to the near side of the field. Little motion, inside handoff, jet sweep. Trying to get to the edge. This time Ontario does a good job of stringing it out, but he cuts it back over the middle, brings it all the way down, back down to the 9-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage, brings up a second down. That is Stevenson again on that jet sweep action that they've had a lot of success running, going from the left to the right on the jet sweep. Gain of 15 brings up a second down and goal to go with 10 minutes left in the second quarter, first half. Trojans do lead 12-8, but they are knocking on the door once again. And here we go. We've got two receivers to the wide side of the field towards the stadium side. Two receivers, so balanced formation. Straight drop back to pass, intended to number 10. Touchdown, Trojans. Great catch, Whitaker out there on the outside. Just does a little sit-down route. Fantastic job. Ben O'Hara there on the coverage. Just a little bit of a mismatch there for O'Hara. And again, fantastic ball thrown there, completed to Whitaker, who's got some great hands and has actually had the big first run of the game as well. So the Trojans are really doing a good job of spreading the ball around. They're going to be lining up for the extra point here on the 5-yard line.
Get back in the stand. All right. Get in the stand.
Trojans break the huddle. Two receivers to each side of the field, one running back, pistol formation for the Trojans. Little motion over, fake the jet sweep, and again just going up for that fade pattern. This time it's well defended, knocked away by number 66 for the Ontario All-Stars, Novani. He was listed as a nose tackle, dropping in the coverage on that. But again, with 9 minutes and 17 seconds left to go in the second quarter, the Trojans lead 18-8 over the OFL All-Stars. And coming out of the break there, Trojans call a timeout. So that is their first timeout of the game. Another note that I'll pass along to our fans out there. In this level of football, the teams have a total of 4 timeouts for the game. So it's a total of 4. That is the first timeout used by the Trojans in the game. So if a team wants to use all 4 timeouts in the first half, they do have the ability to use all 4 timeouts in the first half. Not recommended, but it is something that can be done. And here we go. Ontario's with the ball on the 30-yard line. Tership at the pistol formation. Fake handoff, throws it off. It's completed to number 22. Out on the fast, Keyshawn Manning brings it all the way out to the 45-yard line. Big play on just a little out pattern there. First down, Ontario. Ontario breaks the huddle. Ball is on the right hash mark. 2 receivers to each side of the field. 2 running backs. Toss play out to Siliganis. This time he gets to the edge. Keyshawn Manning with a good block, but good pursuit by the Trojans. Put him down for a loss of about 2 yards. Brings up a 2nd down. Ontario breaks the huddle. Again, 2 receivers to each side of the field and 2 running backs. Manning in a thin position, offset to the left. Motions out to the 3rd receiver, and this time fake handoff inside. Kership's got the edge. Jed's all the way down to the 50-yard line. Big tackle by number 9 on there from the Trojans. Keyshawn Simpson coming all the way up from the safety position. Got most of those yards back. Gain of about 10 yards. Brings up a 3rd down and 2. Good play design that time. That time fake to Siliganis on the inside carry. Kership just takes the ball out to the right there. Gets to the edge. And again, we're playing on a much wider field than the NFL fields are and what most of the American fans are used to seeing. It is 15 yards wider as well as being 10 yards longer and 5 yards deeper in each end zone. So it is a much wider field for these kids to move around in. So when someone does get to the edge, it's a different angle than what a lot of these kids are used to. But here we go, 2 receivers to each side of the field. This time Jed's under center, barking out the signals. Turns around with the quarterback sneak. Looks like he got enough for a 1st down. Needed about 2 yards there and got close to 3. So Kership on the quarterback keep brings up a 1st down, Ontario, with 6 minutes left in the 1st half. Ball's on the 54-yard line of the Trojans. Ontario breaks the huddle. Thin position over to the left-hand side. 2 receivers to each side of the field. Kership barking out the signals from the pistol formation. Back to pass, faces a little bit of a rush. Ball is thrown, falls incomplete, intended for number 33. 33 was listed as Duncan is the name of the gentleman. I think it's number 32, yeah. 32 is the player, and he's out of, I believe, the Waterloo area. So good to see another of those Ontario kids, not just from London and Cambridge, kids from Waterloo, kids from Vaughan, kids from Clarington, all different parts of the province representing this Ontario All-Star team. And here we go, 2nd down. Kership's in the pistol formation. 3 receivers, inside handoff, this time to Siliganis. Siliganis gets to the edge on the left-hand side, all the way down to about the 4th, really close to the 1st down. We have a man down on the play, waiting for the spot. It's going to be really close. I think they're going to call it a 3rd down here. There is an injured player on the field for the Trojans. That is number 7. Anthony is the last name on the big gentleman there, coming up under his own power. It's good to see, because we don't want to see, this is a friendly game, an exhibition game. We'd like to see everybody come out of this game healthy and everyone to have a good time. That's the whole purpose of this. They decided Siliganis was short of the first down just by a hair, so it looks like it's going to bring up a 3rd and about a half-yard line here. 3rd and a half a yard to go for the Ontario team with 4 minutes and 48 seconds left. Trojans do lead 18-8, but the Ontario All-Star team is driving right now. Again, my name is Ron Fawerda. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you joining us here on WeeStream from beautiful Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, on what can be described to be just a perfect summer day in Canada. 35 degrees, which breaks out to be about 90 degrees U.S., at about 10 degrees on the field, and I'm telling you, folks, it's a warm one out there. So here we go. Triship in the pistol formation. Handoff. Just faked it to Siliganis. Triship keeps his own number. Does get enough for the first down. Brings it all the way out to the 42-yard line is where it's finally going to be marked. It is a first down Ontario with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the first half. I think they got to start, Coach DeSanto's got to think about hurrying up here and getting some plays in here a little bit quicker. Ontario breaks the huddle. 2 receivers, standard formation they've been in all day. 2 by 2. Fullback lines up to the right or left. That's what we call the fin. So he's a fin right, motions to a fin position. And again, Triship is back to pass. Throws it complete. Throws it intended to number 84. That is Brusco out of Vaughan. Pass falls incomplete. Brings up a 2nd down. Looks like he just stopped running his route there. If he takes another stride or two, I think he leads him, and he's got a big gainer. But again, a lot of these kids have never played together on the Ontario side of things. They've had about 2 or 3 weeks of practices, and what I mean by weeks is Friday nights in a couple different cities, just trying to get together for a couple hours. So not a lot of chemistry built up with some of these kids. But again, good throw, good route, just a little bit of the timing off, and here we go. 2 by 2 again. Triship in the pistol formation. Fullback off to the left, so in the fin left position here, and barking out the signals. Motion out there. Pitch this side to Siliganis, running off over the left side. This time the Trojan defense was not fooled. Met him in the backfield for a loss of about 6 yards. Led by number 10 there for the Trojans. That's Darian Whitaker again in on the tackle. Brings up a big 3rd down and about 16 here for the OFL All-Stars. And again, the Canadian version of football coming out. We are at the 3-minute warning now. Not a 2-minute warning. In Canada, we play a 3-minute warning. And here we go. Triship in the pistol formation. Back to pass this time. Throws the ball just out of the outstretched hands of number 32. Kambakos was the intended receiver. The gentleman out of, I believe he is out of Waterloo or Scarborough. I'm not 100% sure. But the ball does fall incomplete. Stops the clock. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the half. It is 4th down. And I believe Ontario's decided to go for it on this one. So Coach DeSanto decides to go for it here on this 4th down and 16. Triship's in the pistol formation, fin to the right. This time it's pitched outside to Siliganis over on the right side. Makes the first guy miss, makes the second guy miss. Siliganis with a great run. It's not going to be enough for a first down, but that's a fantastic run over the right side by Siliganis. It is going to be a first down to the Trojans, but he got a good 9 or 10 yards on that toss play over the right-hand side. Good run there by Siliganis. And again, the ball is placed on the 37-yard line for the Trojans with 2:25 left to go in the first half. Trojans are up 18-8.
Let's go!
Morris in the huddle, barking out the signals. Trojans break the huddle. They've got 2 receivers to the top of the field, 2 receivers at the bottom of the field. Pistol formation, 1 running back. The shotgun snap, falls down to the ground. Has the mindset to pick it up and get a little bit of a gainer over on the left-hand side. Almost enough for a first down. He's going to be pushed out of bounds about the 47-yard line. Really close to a first down. Looks like he's going to be short by about 1. Brings up a second down. Good heads-up play there by the quarterback. Seeing that the ball was on the ground there, picking it up and running it over the left-hand side. And again, quarterback was Jamal Morris. Very heads-up play by the young man. Second down and 1 here to go for the Trojans. Pistol formation, 2 receivers to each side of the field, 1 running back. Back to pass. And this time he's got met by a rush and met by a herd of defenders in the backfield, led by number 56, Connor Sterry, the defensive end, and number 52, Noah Miller, the other defensive end. So it was a defensive end party, and they met in the backfield. Threw the quarterback down for a loss of about 8 yards. Brings up a 3rd down and 9 here for the Trojans.
Hey, good job, defense. Bring it back down.
Good to see Noah Miller, who was shaken up earlier in this game, get back in there and make a play. And here we go, Trojans break the huddle. Slow, methodical pace to this game so far for the Trojans. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field, 1 to the boundary here, 1 running back, little motion. It was supposed to be a jet sweep there, and this time it's not going anywhere. The ball was bobbled, met in the backfield by a number of Ontario All-Star players. On that particular one, it was led by number 40, Jackson Lushek. And again, throwing down for a loss of about 6 yards, brings up a 4th down with 1 minute and 36 seconds left to go in the first half. Trojans appear to be going for it on this 4th and 14 here, deep in their own end. And 2-by-2 formation, 2 receivers each side of the field here, pistol formation. Trying to draw him offside, not going to happen. Ontario's not biting on this one. Snap is back. Pass is thrown downfield, and it's picked off by the free safety, number 17 for the Ontario team. And he's got a laneway, makes the first man miss all the way down to the 15, down to the 10, all the way down to the 8-yard line. Huge play. The free safety, number 17, Bowman out of Toronto Jets organization, makes an enormous interception, brings it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and with 41 seconds left to go, the Ontario All-Stars are back in business. Trojans decide to take time out there. That is their second of the half, leaving them 2 more for the game. And here we go, whistles blown back in, 41 seconds left to go here in the first half. Ontario with the ball on the 8-yard line. Turship in the pistol formation, Finn to the right. Turship is back to pass, throws it out. He's got Siliganis, catches it for the Ontario touchdown. Bobby Siliganis out of London catches the little fade route. Touchdown Ontario, and with 30 seconds left in the first half, Ontario is back in business. Trojans lead 18 as the Ontario All-Star 14 are lining up for the extra point. Kick is good. And again, we're playing a little bit different than what some of the American fans might be used to. At this age group in Canada, if you kick it through, it is actually worth 2. So, with 36 seconds left, the Trojans do lead 18, but is now 18-16, and they lead with 36 seconds left in the first half of football. And here we go. Full house formation. Inside handoff to number 10. Breaks it over, dancing around. Met after a gain of about 5 or 6 yards. Tried to break the tackle. Was met by a number of Ontario kids. Number 66, Novea, on the tackle. Brings up a 2nd down and 6 with 20 seconds left to go in the first half. Full house formation, 1 receiver to the wide side of the field. Inside handoff this time. Handoff to number 2. He's going to be close to a first down. Number 2, Stevenson on the carry there. Just a little trap play. It is going to be enough for a first down. But with 10 seconds left to play in the half, the Trojans, who have had a very lackluster, nonchalant attitude about they're trying to speed things up, I think they might be just content running this clock out, as we'll probably get 1, maybe 2 plays left before the end of the first half here. This will be the last play, a little toss play. The ball is actually fumbled, and it is recovered by number 10. It was Whitaker on the carry, but that is the end of the first half. It is what has been for a very methodical pace for the Trojans, moving the ball up and down, and a couple big plays for the Ontario team, and which turns out to be a very close game. It is 18 for the Tennessee Trojans, and it is 14 for the OFL Ontario All-Stars. I'll be taking a quick break for the next few minutes. We'll have the sound still on. You'll be listening to here at the stadium. Look forward to seeing you in about 10 minutes.
Sit on the first row. Still no icing, man.
Oh, yes, that's what they're trying. Hey, Brian, let him go.
me? Oh, some shade, yeah. Eventually, when they put a dome on it, it's supposed to be coming. Really? Yeah. Yeah. Well, for soccer, right? Because they just put in a new soccer team. Okay.
That's how I was told. Easy coach dancing. Wow.
Yeah, not Kim, but Keita's still around. Keita is the young one with the bangs. There you go. Under the ponytail. Kim did. Come back here, come back here. You just don't get up and walk away.
All right. You got to break the game. Get up and do what you want to do. Walk up there. We're outside. Just act like you've been around. You need to share. You need to share. You really need to share. Stop being so soft. No thank you. No backwater. What's it going on? What's it called? I'm listening. No, I'm listening. I want to hear this one. I want to hear this one.
Hey, Brad.
Think you're grown. Since you think you're grown. I'm walking up because I see something walk away. Add them all up. I got you. Get everybody up. Ain't bring no change forward. Ain't bring no change forward. Nobody came up. You know what I had fun. That's how he's playing. There you go. Keep looking at me, yo. Right around the ball, right around the corner. Get chopping if you got a line. Fourth ball like 4 minutes away.
Number 21 is
That is a sports ball. Yeah, yeah. Back foot. Yo, you just not Come here. Hunter. Hunter. There, lost it. One from the other side. And, hey, go take a picture first. Go over and take a picture first. Hold up, hold up.
Where are they? The whole team's there. I don't know where they are. They're in there. Go to your right.
And fans, welcome back to this live WeeStream broadcast here from beautiful Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton, Ontario. Ontario All-Stars to start the second half of action with the ball. Trojans back under center in the pistol formation. Goes to throw a pass. It is caught by number 22, Keyshawn Manning, with a great reception. Steps right in front of the Trojan defender. And that is a big gain of about 15 yards. Brings up another first down for Ontario. My name is Ron Fawerda. Thank you very much for joining us here. We are calling this live game, this international friendly between the Tenacity Trojans and the OFL All-Stars from Ontario. First down, Ontario. Ontario is in the silver jerseys and mixed match black pants and different helmets. Trojans are in the white jerseys, white pants, and black helmets. And here we go. Jed Tership's back under pitch formation up to Bobby Siliganis. Siliganis makes the first guy miss, second guy miss. Runs forward for a gain of about 4 yards. Good tough run by Siliganis. Brings up a second down and 4.5, 5 to go. Check that, second down and 5 at the spot of the ball. So a good gain of 5 yards, just a little toss play to the right-hand side, to the boundary side of the field. Again, for you American fans that are just joining us, we're playing a mixture of Canadian and American style of football here today. We're playing a Canadian field, which is 10 yards wider, 10 yards longer and 15 yards wider than what we're used to seeing in the Americas, and then a 15-yard end zone. 12 men on the field, full motion is allowed, and here we go. So 2 by 2, 2 receivers on each side of the field, and a whistle. So second down here, Tership's back under center. Pitch play to Siliganis. Siliganis coming over the right side. Drops his shoulder in. Going to be really close to the first down. Looks like he's going to be short by about a yard. Siliganis with the toss play over on the right-hand side. Brought down by number 1. That was Terrian Smith. And number 3, Jamal Morris, were also in on the tackles there. Big third down and 1 for the Ontario All-Stars, who take the second half. Again, for you who are just joining us, it is 18 for the Trojans. It is 16 for the Ontario All-Stars in this game. Substitutions made by both teams on that last play here. Tership, again, Jed Tership, who I've had the pleasure of knowing for a number of years. Good kid, great work ethic, is going under center on this one. Manning and Siliganis are his running backs. 2 receivers in the slots, 2 receivers out wide. And here we go. Tership just straight ahead, and he gets thrown down. I believe on the tackle he was throwing forward. It's going to be really close to a first down according to the spot. They're saying that it's really close to a first down. I think he's going to be about a half a yard short on this. They are marking it a half yard short, so a big fourth down here for the OFL Ontario All-Stars. Coach Asando giving the play call to Siliganis as he comes back into the huddle here. Another difference between the Canadian and the American game, 12 men on the field here. So advantage Canadians playing with the 12 men. But in Canada, we usually play a yard off. This game, we are not playing a yard off the ball. So here we go. Tership's under center, straight ahead, flags on the play. He has enough for a first down plus some, but like I said, flags on the play. So I'm just waiting to see from the officials what the flag is. It is an offside call against the Trojans. We're going to move the ball up 5 yards. Brings up a first down for Ontario. First down, Ontario. Ball is on the 48-yard line of the Trojans. Inside handoff to Bobby. Breaks it over the right edge. Gain of about 3 yards on the Zorro play, or the outside zone play, as we like to call it. Bounces it a little wide, and Siliganis gains of about 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7 here with 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Again, Trojans do lead 18-16. Ontario's have the ball for the entire quarter so far. And again, a few substitutions are happening in here. Again, the Ontario's team is made up from kids from different sites and different locations all over Ontario. It truly is a diverse team. Great to see everybody out here. The Trojans play out of Baltimore, Maryland. Fantastic group of kids. We're very glad that they traveled us, and we're very thankful you guys are joining us on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. So, Turship is under the pistol formation. Bobble the snap, fake the handoff. This time he throws it out wide to Siliganis. Siliganis is met immediately. Great tackle out there by number 10, Darian Whitaker. After a gain of about 3 yards, it's going to bring up a third down and about 5 for the Ontario All-Stars. Ontario All-Stars break the huddle, pistol formation, fullback offset to the right, so it's a fin right look. 2 receivers in the slots, 2 receivers out wide. Turship barking out signals, a little bit of motion. Toss play to Siliganis going over the right-hand side. He's trying to get to the edge, and a great play by number 3, Jamal Morris. Takes him down in the backfield for a loss of about 5 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. That is the big advantage that we've seen in this game the Americans have over the Canadians. The speed to the edge, regardless of playing on the wider field, has been a big factor in place of the Trojans. And I think the Ontario All-Stars are going to go for it. The agreement has been, because both teams, you know, again, this is an all-star exhibition game, that we're not going to have special teams in this game other than PAT kicks. There will be no punting, there's no kickoff, no kick return. The last thing we want to see are kids getting injured in this game. So here we go, big 4th down call here for Coach DeSando in Ontario. Thin right position, Manning motioning towards the line. Turship back to pass, throws the ball on a line, and it is dropped incomplete. Mark Gray had a play on it at the free safety position, so Ontario does turn the ball over on downs, and it's first down for the Trojans with 3 minutes and 39 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Want to give a shout out to, again, all of our fans who are joining us all over the place here. I was told there are people from Baltimore listening to us. And again, as far away as Newfoundland who are watching these games here today, we thank you very much for joining us. From home of the Hamilton Tiger Cats, beautiful Tim Hortons Field here in Hamilton, Ontario, which is just a fantastic day here in Hamilton, Ontario. So here we go. The Trojans break the huddle. Trojans break the huddle. Three receivers, three running backs in the backfield, full house. Straight handoff play to number 10 for the Trojans. That is Damian Whitaker, who's been all over the field, both offense and defense. In on the carry, gain of about 5 yards on there. Tackle made by a number of Ontario All-Stars, led by number 56, that was Corey Sterney, who made the tackle. Gain of about 4 yards brings up a second down here for the Trojans. Trojans do break the huddle. Morris is under center, full house formation, offset power I to the near side of the field, to the boundary with the fullback. Inside handoff to number 10, patient running, breaks it over the left edge, all the way into Ontario territory, brings it all the way up to the 48-yard line. Good gain of about 9 yards. That will be a Trojan first down. Again, that full house formation, offset power I, same play, off tackle power to the left, and this time number 10 breaks it all the way out to the 20-yard line before he's wrestled down by Bowman, the gentleman, the young man out of Toronto. A good gain of about 15, 17 yards on there. Take it all the way to the 22-yard line at the spot. First down Trojans, and the Trojans are definitely got their mojo going now and marching the ball. Same formation for the Trojans, offset power I. This time the quarterback keeps it straight ahead, makes the first man miss, second man miss. Gain of about 8 yards just on the straight quarterback dive play. And again, number 17, Bowman, on the tackle from the safety position after a gain of about 9 yards. It is going to be a second down. Oh, they're saying he had enough for the first down. First down Trojans on the ball is on the 12-yard line. What has been a very quick-moving quarter of football with 38 seconds left to go. This time the Trojans line up. They've got two receivers to the wide side of the field. I formation this time. Little motion, a little bit pulling motion across. So we have a definite overload happening in here. Inside handoff to number 2. First time he's carried the ball today. Brings it all the way down to about the 6-yard line. Number 2, that's Stevenson on the carry. There is a injured Ontario player on the field. It is a second down and about 4 to go. So after the gain of about 6 yards, 4 to go for the Trojans. Good to see the Ontario player up, coming off the field under his own power. I did miss the number on the injured player. Sorry about that. So here we go. Second down and 4 to go for the Trojans. Morris is getting his team back together in the huddle. Ball is on the 5-yard line, going in. 2 seconds left to go in the third quarter. With all likelihood, this will be the last play of the third quarter, what has been a very fast-moving quarter of football so far. Trojans break the huddle. One receiver to the wide side of the field. I formation. Double tight ends across the board. Inside handoff to number 2. Straight ahead, and he's in for the touchdown from the Trojans. That is Stevenson on the straight power dive. And the Trojans go up 24-16 on the final score, final play of the third quarter, pending the extra point. Trojans under center, pitch out this time out wide left to number 10. He's got the edge and he's definitely going to get in. Lowers his shoulder, that was number 10. Whitaker with the extra point on that. Waiting to see what the scoring is on that. It is a single point because it was run in. Trojans lead at the end of the third quarter 25-16 over the OFL Ontario All-Stars. So at the end of the third quarter, we are switching fields here. So the Ontario All-Stars will be going from the right side of the field, the open end, towards the scoreboard. So we're going right to left. And again, the Trojans will be defending the scoreboard side of the field, left to the right. And we're seeing a few substitutions being made by both teams, making sure after this long drive here for the Trojans that all the kids are getting in and getting a great experience here. Not sure what the delay is here. We're just waiting for the ball to be spotted. I think a young man has to tie his shoes. So the referees are all set, and here we go with the beginning of the fourth quarter here. And the play is wilted in. Trueship is in the pistol formation. Finn to the left here. Manning in motion up to the line of scrimmage. Inside handoff to Siliganis. And Siliganis on the zone play takes it out all the way down to the 39-yard line. Gain of 9 yards. That's going to bring up his second down and short for the Ontario All-Star. Correction, they're giving Siliganis 10 yards on that, and it's enough for an Ontario first down. Ontario in the all gray jerseys, black pants, and multicolored helmets are taking the ball. First down and 10 here, 11 minutes left to go. Fake the inside handoff, and this time Kership takes it over on the right-hand side himself. Gains of about 2 yards on the quarterback keeper, brings up a second down and 8 to go. Fans, I will remind you to please stick around. We have another great game coming up after this one. Again, the Tennessee Trojans from Baltimore, Maryland have come all the way up here, and their Bantam team will be playing the OFL Bantam All-Stars as well from Ontario. Kids on that team from all over again, Vaughan, Cambridge, London, Scarborough, just to name a few, Toronto. So it was great to see all these kids from different areas getting in on this fantastic, just a fantastic day of football. Inside handoff, zone read stuff to Siliganis. Siliganis breaks it over to the right side. Gain of about 3 yards. Good team defense there by the Trojans. Gain of about 3 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Trojans, and Siliganis is a little bit slow on getting up on that one. Good to see Siliganis coming off under his own power, a little shaken up, nonetheless worse for wear. And here we go. We have a 3rd down and 5 to go here for the Ontario All-Stars. And here we go, pistol formation for the Ontario All-Stars. Fin to the right-hand side. Whistle has been blown. And here we go. Whistle's been blown in, fin right. Motion towards the line, 2 receivers. Zone play, handoff to number 5. That is Mason Barton. Good run over the right-hand side. He's going to be a little bit short of the 1st down. Brings up about a 4th and a half a yard here. Gain of about 4.5 on there. Good tough run for the young man. His first carry of the game. That's going to bring up a 4th down with 9 minutes to go. 25-16. Trojans do lead over the Ontario All-Stars. So 4th down, Manning is the I formation this time, and again, inside handoff, Keyshawn Manning over the left side. It's going to be enough for a 1st down. Gained about, needed a half yard and got about 3/4 of the yard. So it's good to see the Ontario team getting down, and we do have another injured player on the field.
coaches for the next game?
Oh, did I wanted to ask you, did you mark my house all my toys in? I better tell Richard. Oh, are they gone?
guys have it on just like the score right now?
Fans, for those of you who are wondering what's going on, we do have an injured player on the field. From our understanding, it's going to be about 10 or 15 minutes, and the game will resume at that time.
sodas up there is $7. Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Let me down. Yes, no, baby. Get him by. We're done. Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
She got L yesterday.
That wasn't. I kind of agreed with Donovan and Bird.
They said they got way too little boys.
Ambulance coming.
An ambulance company.
Late.
Right, and then gonna call me all
Yeah,
out.
what kind of shit's going on around here?
Every time I see that messing with you. You messing with him. That's you.
Good afternoon. We got 8 minutes left in this game.
It's too hard. I got.
And fans, welcome back. 8 minutes and 14 seconds left to go with the resumption. We wish Keyshawn Manning all the best here. Tership's under in the pistol formation, zone read. This time it's gone back outside to number 1. That is Siliganis, goes out to the right-hand side. Good gain of about 5 yards on the play, brings up a second down. Just to recap what's going on in this game, it is 25-16 for the Trojans over the OFL Ontario All-Stars. Ontario in the grays with the multicolored helmets and basically black pants. The Trojans in the white jerseys trimmed with black and gold and the black helmets. And here we go, second down, pistol formation, fin to the right, and 2-by-2 look here for the All-Stars. Tership under center out of London. Pistol formation, takes a little bit of a high snap, back to pass, throws it out, just overthrown. Intended for number 35, Logan Nagel out of Vaughan. Pass falls incomplete. That will bring up a third down. Want to thank you guys for sticking with us and remind you we do have another game between the Trojans and the OFL All-Stars, the bantam age kids. We'll go over some of the rules and some of the stuff with regards to that game. 7 minutes left in this game here. I imagine we'll be starting pretty much on time with the next game. So here we go on this big third down for Ontario. Tership in the pistol formation, fin to the left. Ball is on the left hash. Barking out signals, takes the shotgun, just falls incomplete. Siliganis was the intended receiver. He had a lot of running room on that one. Just a little quick pass to the running back. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 5 here. 6 minutes and 39 seconds left to go in this game. 25-16 Trojans lead over the OFL Ontario All-Stars. Timeout Ontario. That was their first timeout of the game. Fans, to remind you, we will start the bantam game at 4:15 Eastern Standard Time. That's 4:15 Eastern Standard Time is when we will kick off the bantam game, the next game. So here we go after the timeout. Ontario with 2 timeouts left in this game. Each team had taken 1. My apologies on that. So Ontario with 2 timeouts left, 6 minutes and 19 seconds left to go. And we have a 4th down and 5 situation here. Tership in the pistol formation, fin to the right there, fakes the handoff, little swing pass out here to Siliganis. Siliganis gets a gain of about 4 yards, but he is going to be short of a first down, and that will bring the Trojans back out with 6 minutes left in the game. So here we go. The Trojans are huddling up. The ball is on the 50-yard line of the Trojans. Morris has gone all the way at quarterback for the Trojans here. They had a couple different combinations. The main ball carrier has been number 10, Darian Whitaker, has been the main ball carrier all the time. Toss play to the left hand side to Whitaker. Whitaker breaks over the left edge. He's got a little bit of a running lane, brings it all the way out to the 43-yard line. Good gain on the play. That's going to bring up a first down for the Trojans. So here we go, the Trojans. Morris is under center again, offset formation, inside handoff to big number 1 that time. That is Patterson rumbling downfield, taken down all the way down to about the 16-yard line. Tackle made by Bowman out of Toronto, but another big gainer. That's Morris, that is Patterson's first carry of the game that I can recall. That's a big kid who rumbled for a good 20 yards on that. Sets up another first down. A little bit of a quicker pace here to the Trojans. Not quite as lethargic as they were in the first half. Offset this time, handoff on the second fullback. And it's given to number 2 this time. That's Stevenson on the carry over the left edge. And he gains about 3 or 4 yards on that. That will bring up a second down. Ontario making a few substitutions on the play, on the field there. Offset power I. Back to pass this time. A couple head fakes. Gets out to the right side. He's down to the 5-yard line. Down to about the 4-yard line on the quarterback keeper. He was looking to pass the ball there and just wasn't there. A couple little head moves there. Ontario had defenders in the backfield but couldn't wrap up the quarterback. They're marking the ball on the 4-yard line. First down, Trojans, and goal to go with 3:30 left in the game. Morris under center. Inside handoff to number 1, rumbling in for the end zone on the off tackle to the right there, and that is a touchdown for the Trojans. That is, it was Tyron Smith on the carry. Number 1, Tyron Smith. As we got a little guy out on the field there with the Trojan flag. Extra point is pending. It is now 31-16. Trojans lead over the OFL Ontario All-Stars.
You could even put the signs maybe they used them over there, right? A couple more signs. Yeah, I get that.
One receiver to the top of the field here, offset I to the right, inside handoff to number 10. Whitaker is in for the extra point, so that's a 1-point extra point. That'll put the score at 32 for the Trojans, 16 for the Ontario All-Stars. Ontario take the ball on the 30-yard line, first down. Three minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. Making a few substitutions are both teams here. All-Stars break the huddle. Tership in the pistol formation. Handoff to number 5 on the outside zone of the Zorro play there. No gain on the play. Number 5, the ball carrier, Barton. I believe that young man is either out of Waterloo or Scarborough. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's from Scarborough. 3-minute warning has just been blown in. 32-16, 2 minutes and 52 seconds left in the game. Clock is now running. Second down, ball's on the right hash for the Ontario All-Stars. Fans, I want to thank you for staying with us during that long delay. We wish Keyshawn Manning all the best. Turship in the pistol formation, Finn to the left, to the right-hand side. Zorro plays, zone handoff to number 5. Little tries to get it out to the outside there on the right. Nothing doing, and that was number 3 on the tackle, Jamal Morrison. The quarterback is also playing a little bit of linebacker. Makes a good play on that after a gain of about 1. That's bringing up a 3rd down. Just a reminder, fans, we will have another game starting. Our estimated time of kickoff for that one is going to be 4:15 Eastern Standard Time from beautiful Ticat Stadium here, Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Turship in the pistol formation. Inside handoff to number 17, Bowman. Bowman takes it over the right-hand side, cuts back over the left, fumbles the ball, and the Trojans pick it up. I missed the number who picked it up. I believe it's number 2 for the Trojans. That's number 2 for the Trojans, Stevenson, on the fumble recovery. Bowman's had a really solid game at safety today. His first touch, unfortunately, he fumbled the ball there. That's going to bring up a 1st down for the Trojans on the 25-yard line with 1 minute and 37 seconds left to go in the game here. And here we go. Trojans break the huddle. Morris has gone all the way at quarterback here. One receiver to the boundary, to the field side. And you've got 2 fullbacks and a tailback. Inside handoff to number 10. Takes it over the right edge. He's down on the 20, down to the 15, down to the 10. Pushed out of bounds about the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, Trojans. Number 10 on the carry. That is Darian Whitaker, who's had himself a really solid game here. Good game for the young man out of Baltimore, Maryland. 1st and goal to go with 1 minute and 29 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. Again, good to see both teams emptying the benches, making sure all the kids have been playing out here. Morris and the Trojans break the huddle. Ball's on the right hash mark, 1st down. 2 running backs in the backfield, straight I formation this time. Back to pass is Morris, looking around. He's pressured up there. Good speed out to the edge. There's a flag on the play. It looks like we're going to have a block in the back with this touchdown being called back. There is a flag on the back. Unnecessary roughness, clip or crackback block. It's going to go back 15 yards. That's going to bring up a 1st down again.
Watch the tree. Man, D. Why we at? 1 for now. G's name. G's name. G's name. Amen.
So the ball will be placed on the 21-yard line. We're going to repeat the first down with 1 minute and 17 seconds left to go. Morris coming over to his coach to get the signal. Trojans are lining up in the huddle. As we see the Bantam Trojans coming out on the field. Morris hands off to Whitaker on a straight ahead dive, breaks it over to the left edge, down to the 5, into the end zone, touchdown Trojans. That's going to put the score at 38-16. The score is going to be 38-16. This has been a much closer game than the score has indicated. After the long delay, the Ontario just had no fight in them whatsoever. The Trojans with 2 late touchdowns to make the score out of reach here. Pending the extra point, it'll be 38 or 39-16. The ball will be placed on the 30-yard line for Ontario with about 1 minute 8 seconds left to go in the game here. Morris breaks the huddle. Trojans go to up to the offensive line. Offset I. Hand off to number 2 out of the offset, breaking over to the right edge. He's got the edge, and he's in for the single point. That's number 2, Stevenson, in for the extra point. So it is a 39-16 score with 1 minute and 1 second left to go in this game. It's been a very, very well-played game. Not a lot of penalties, very clean, excellent display by both teams. Let's see, it's unfortunate we've had a couple injuries in there today, but unfortunately, these things do happen in football. We wish Keyshawn Manning all the best. We wish Keyshawn Manning all the best in a speedy recovery there. So here we go. The All-Stars break the huddle. Tership has gone all the way. The clock is running, and I think they're just going to take a knee here. This will most likely be the final play of the game. Tership under the pistol formation. Back to pass, throws it out there. It is almost caught by number 18. I believe it was number 18 for the All-Stars, but that is the game. Fans, stick around for an extra 10 minutes, and we will be back up here with our finale here between the Trojans and the OFL All-Stars. We thank you for joining us here on WeeStream. 39 for the Trojans, 16 for the Ontario All-Stars. Back after about a 10-minute break.
Well, it doesn't matter. Go find him. Hey, Ryan.